Hey YouTube, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I am bringing you guys a different topic. I will be talking about my military Meps experience. So if you don't know what Meps means Military Entrance Process Station. So this is the first step that you go through before you actually enlist into the military. This is like the medical ASVAB part of your journey to make sure that you are fully qualified to join. So I'm basically going to be talking about my experience, not too much. Yes, I have a cat, he's on the table. Wow. So yes, I'm going to be talking about that experience a little bit and things that you should know or what you should expect if this is your first time. So I have went to Meps a total of 3 times, and each time was a different experience. So I'm also going to tell you like how much I will rate it out of 10. So my first time going, this was like getting that real kind of experience of the military. So my first time going, I rated a 7.5, 8 out of 10 because it wasn't bad. It was just early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So you're first going to go to a hotel. So the military is going to pay for your hotel and you're going to stay there overnight. You're not going to go to Meps like the same day. You have to stay at a hotel. So me going there the first time, I was a bit nervous because it was just like, okay, it feels like I'm about to go ship out to boot camp, because it was just like I have to be on my own. What? But it wasn't that bad. It was honestly not that bad. I was just over exaggerating. So I was like the only girl when I first got there. So when I got there, it was like around dinner time. So it was just a lot of boys there. I was the only girl. So I sat by myself. And one of the chefs came up to me and was like, you can't sit by yourself, you have to sit with the boys. So I was like, really? So I sat over there and I didn't really say much. And then I started talking to them. And once you start talking to them, it's really not that bad. It's honestly cool experiences. You have cool conversations. You get to hear what branches people are going to. You get to hear what jobs they, are trying to qualify for. What are they even here at Meps for? Are they shipping out or are they just going to Meps? It wasn't really that bad. And I was the only girl there eating, but I did have a roommate. So when you go to Meps, you're gonna have a roommate. If you're a boy, you're gonna have a boy roommate. If you're a girl, you're gonna have a girl roommate. So my girl roommate was super cool, super chill, you know what I'm saying? She was in the Marines and she was younger than me. And she was shipping out. I was like, you go girl. So she really made my experience cool, you know what I'm saying? The rooms was pretty clean, really nice. They really nice vibes. So we chilled for a little bit. Then the next day, wake up call was 4 o'clock in the morning. So yes, you're going to wake up at 4 o'clock. I don't know if it's different for anybody else, but you're usually going to wake up at 4 in the morning. You get ready. I took a shower prior because I didn't want to take a shower in the morning. So wow, it's a windstorm going on right now. But it's sunny outside. Okay. So I went down to eat breakfast. I really wasn't hungry. I was actually cramping really bad, so I was just not hungry. I needed to eat, but I wasn't hungry. But the food before, that night, dinner was really good. I had chicken, broccoli, and mac. It was really good. So we left the hotel around 5, 6-ish. Yeah, we left around that time. We had to stay in this room before we actually got onto the bus. It was everybody. And it was chill. Everybody was just so funny. Everybody was really chill. I really enjoyed that experience. So we got on the bus. It was probably a 30-minute drive or less or more. I don't remember it. But we get to Meps. It's dark outside. It's probably 6 something, or it probably is 5. I don't know. We get there. They're gonna make you stand in 2 lines. I think it's people that are shipping out, and then people are here for medical or ASVAB, or it might be 3 lines. I don't know. Since that was my first time, I came for medical and ASVAB. So I went through security. I had to take out all of my piercings because can't have piercings in there unless you have a mask. So I took my ASVAB first, and then during me taking the ASVAB, one of the proctors said if you don't finish your test within this amount of time, you have to come back for medical. And I really came for medical. Like, I really came to pass medical. I didn't want to come back. Little do you know, I came back. But I didn't want to come back just to do medical. So, you know, me, I kind of started rushing through my tests, and I finished, but I didn't pass. I went straight to medical, and that's where I was really more excited to do medical, because I was like, bro, I came here for medical, like I said. So the first thing I did at medical, they're gonna do a breath test for alcohol, and they're gonna do like your blood pressure. And then after that, I did eye exam. I had contacts in, so another thing, if you're gonna go to Meps, don't wear contacts. Like, if you're going to Meps for like medical, I wouldn't wear contacts because I had to take mine out and put it in water. And when I went home, I threw those away. Yeah, I was very upset about that, taking out my contacts. I was like, but yes. And then next, I did my hearing exams. You're gonna be like in this booth thing, and they're gonna put these headphones on, and they're gonna give you like this little like button thing, and you're gonna press the button once you hear the noise. I think from what I remember, they did like left or right, so they did like right first and then the left side first to test both ears. That's kind of what I remember. So yes, and then after that, I took my blood test and then my pee test. So the pee test, I wasn't really comfortable with that because you have to pee in front of somebody, and I was cramping. So if you know I was cramping before, you know the time of the month. So I just didn't really like that, but had to do it. So after all of that, this is where like the actual physical exam comes into place. So this is like the last step. So if you're a female or male, you're gonna go to a room and you're gonna undress into just your bra and underwear. If you're a female, you're gonna have a female doctor. If you are a male, you're gonna have a male doctor. I undressed, they took my height and my weight, and then I waited a little bit for the lady to be ready to see me. And it's like a doctor's office a little bit. Actually, the whole place is like a doctor's office. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's literally like a whole doctor's office, but you know, you're gonna be doing different things that you normally don't do in a doctor, or maybe you do. I don't know. So I went in there, I introduced myself, you know, we were talking a little bit. So within this part of the Meps, you're gonna be doing a lot of questioning and answering in the beginning before you do like the physical like exam, like she looks at your body and stuff. If I were you, you don't have to listen to me, but if they ask you questions, say no. Because if you tell them that there is something wrong with you, or you had broke this, or you had surgery this, I mean, of course tell them, but like if you tell them, they're going to most likely say you're not eligible, or they're gonna dig into your documents and try to figure out like if you can. It's going to take way longer for you to process if you tell them something. So if there's anything wrong with you, say no. Like obviously if you're allergic to peanut butter, say yes. But if they ask you, have you ever sprained your arm? Say no, okay? Take my advice. Don't have to listen to me, but I would say no. But if you don't feel comfortable saying no, hey, that was your processing. My processing went super smooth, loved it. Everything just went to according to plan. There was no long waits for anything, honestly. So after all the questions, I had put a hospital type gown on, and this is when she started to examine like my full body, my back, my hands, like see if you cut yourself, just like literally just looking at your body. They're going to look and inspect your body. Yeah, she's gonna look in your private areas, or he's gonna look at your private areas, but pubic area, they're gonna look. So if you don't feel comfortable with that, don't know what to tell you, but they're gonna look. And yeah, after that, she made me do like some physical things. So there's this thing called a duck walk. If you don't know what a duck walk is, it's really not that hard, but it's really easy. Like if you search up duck walk on YouTube, you will get an idea of what you're gonna have to do. And she's gonna make you just, I keep saying she, because I had a female doctor. But they are going to make you do the duck walk across the floor just a couple times, like probably 3 or 2 times. They're gonna make you like touch your toes, like just little stretching type physical activities. It's really not that deep. you can pass medical. But I never had anything wrong with me. Like, I have keloids on my shoulder, so she saw my keloids and she asked me, do they bother me? They don't bother me. So it's like, if I would have said yes, then they probably would have digged into my keloids. So yes, after that, I put my clothes back on, and then I got sent to the front, and they gave me my paperwork, and they said, you have passed medical. I was like, yes, but I didn't pass an ASVAB, so I was like, But I was really glad that I passed medical, because medical is really the key point in your journey to see if you're eligible. Because if you're not eligible because of something physically wrong with you, you can't join. So that's the sad thing. But yes, so that was my first time. Now my second time is gonna be super quick because my first time was like really lengthy. Second time, I just came to retake my ASVAB and I didn't score high again. For my second time at Meps, I rated a 3 out of 10. I didn't really enjoy that experience because I only went to just retake my ASVAB and I didn't score high again, and it was just like, it's just irritating, keep coming up there just to go home. It's like, so my third time was my final time. Well, I'm lying. I have to go back to Meps when I ship out, but this is my final time for a minute, and I give that a 8.5 out of 9 because this was the day I retook my ASVAB and I swear it in. And I'm going to put in my swearing in video for you guys because it felt good to do that, even though I was like a little scared. Because I'm like, am I really doing this? But it was just very cool. Yeah, I retook my ASVAB. I didn't score as high as the job I wanted to, so I do give it an 8.5 out of 9. But now I'm thinking about it, like certain experience, like me finding out my score, that was like a 5 out of 10. And then picking my job was like a 5 out of 10 because it was like, bro, I don't want none of these jobs. But make sure you study for your ASVAB so that you can get the job that you want and not be like me. Even though the job that I have now, I'm not mad about it. I feel like I have a cool job. And if you are curious, my job is a YN. I am a yeoman in the Navy, and I will be doing documentation, administrative type of work. And I can give you like a description here of what my job is and what I'll be doing for the next 4 years. So my third time, when you're swearing in, they're just gonna be finalizing documents. They're gonna be going over all of your paperwork again to make sure that everything is correct, to make sure, you know what I'm saying, everything is situated before they submit everything, and then I sign my contract. I didn't actually physically sign it. I just put like a fingerprint, so it was like a fingerprint signature, and that was kind of cool. I'm like, oh my God, like this is some real top stuff. It was pretty interesting. And then yes, after that, I sweared in. I got a little bag, water bottle, and my start guide, and it has just been chill stuff from there. You know, I just been studying and making sure that I'm prepared for boot camp, you know what I'm saying? I have graduation and prom coming up, so my life has just been in the motions. So I ship out in August, so I will be MIA for a little while, but don't worry because when I come home, I'm dropping content for you guys. So stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna be making sure I drop a lot of videos. I'm gonna drop a prom vlog for sure, but I'm gonna be dropping a lot of videos for you guys. So that you can have some things to watch before I leave. But just know the videos when I come back home are going to be bangers. So stay tuned. So yes guys, that was my military Meps experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you are planning on going to any type of branch, I hope this was very helpful. Don't be scared and overthink it. Meps is really not that bad. The people there are not mean in my experience. People be like they're mean. They're not really mean per se. It's military. I've got some cool people. I literally have not got one. Actually, I'm lying. My third time, I had actually got like a mean, I think he was like an officer. But like, I couldn't be on my phone or something. I was calling my mom and my grandpa, who was also in the Navy, and he was just getting really upset. And I still don't know how to really talk to these people yet. So like, I didn't know how to respond to him. And he was mad. He talked to my recruiter, was like, she needs to learn how to talk to people. And I'm just like, I didn't even say anything rude. I was just like, I'm on the phone. The lady in the office said I could talk on the phone. It was just miscommunication. But they're not mean, okay? I mean, if you're respectful and you do what you have to do, they are not mean and rude at all. But other than that, Meps was a good experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed again. Stay tuned for more content. And I hope this was very, very helpful. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies.
Against all enemies.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith.
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and I will obey the orders
and I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers
and the orders of the officers
appointed over me,
appointed over me,
according to regulation
according to regulation
and the Uniform Code
and the Uniform Code
of Military Justice.
of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, congratulations.